Are we audible?
7:55
All
na.
right. Hey, what's up?
Good evening.
Julian, good evening.
Good
He
luck sa'yo,
said,
Julian. Hindi ko
yeah,
lang
he
alam.
says,
Hindi ko lang alam
yeah.
paano ka makano bilang AI ka.
Damn. Yeah. Chat, wish Julian good luck, chat. Uh, yeah.
You should have all the answers because you are AI.
uh, but hey, to score a Valentine's Day sa niniligawan mo, that's a dub. Congrats, Julian.
Yeah, man. Good luck. What's up, Deep Prime, Doc G?
D Prime, Doc G.
Happy fast break week.
Yeah.
Di ba already? All things considered.
May kisabay ako sa team ng fast break because I'll literally just go to Manila for fast break. I'll go there Saturday evening. I'll go back
Yaman
Monday
yun, mate.
morning. I mean, I booked my tickets a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say there's nothing's gonna happen in the near future for me to stay long. So talagang balikan lang ako for this one.
Neil Nate is doesn't think you are worth staying for.
I mean, wala pa naman ganap. I mean, we get busy around March and April
Yeah.
anyways. Yeah, that's the busiest I think stretch for us here with WrestleStorm and WrestleMania. Hey, Nina Abby's in the chat. What's up? All right. Julian, are you going to DexCon?
Oo nga, oh
Yeah.
my God, Julian. Oh my God. This motherfucker is going on a date, but he can't go to DexCon. What the hell?
uh,
What
taga,
the
sa, taga
hell?
saan ba nililigaw mo, Julian? Baka lumuluwas ka ng Maynila for that. We're gonna give you...
Kami tatanggapin ka namin. Yung date mo, hindi ka sure kung tatanggapin ka. Kami, hindi mo kami pinupuntahan. My God.
yeah.
Kung ano-ano yung natupag.
Okay. She says
Whatever, man.
the girl is local.
Whatever. Whatever, bruh. Jesus Christ. I have a friend who lives in SJDM and she goes to the shows. She has been to like 3 or 4 or 5 shows. And Julian, zero.
Baka si Julia
Zero.
taga-parte ng Bulacan na
Fuck
hindi
that.
ano.
Oh my God.
Hindi
You could just
accessible.
ride one bus and the bus and yung Balintawak isn't even far from Brawl Pit. Oh my God.
Yeah, actually, mas malapit na nga sa north yung Brawl Pit than south.
Say hey to Neil on YouTube. Thanks,
Hey,
man,
Neil, what's
for
up?
holding us down on YouTube. Say hey to everyone on YouTube. I don't know if our cast of strangers.
Yeah.
Yeet! My name is Colin Cash Money Cannon.
What do we want to talk about?
Hey, this is the Cosmic Cactus, Paul London.
You're still just a kid. Hello, WWE Universe in the Philippines. This is Charlotte.
Because mommy is always on top.
This is Lola Vice. I love you so much.
They love my Latina heat.
What's going on? This is Xavier Woods, aka Austin Creed.
You are CM Punk.
We are pretty deadly. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
To say his name.
Say his name and he appears.
Stan C, the voice of Philippine wrestling. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Romoran, the fancy dad. University of the Philippines, Diliman.
Chino Diao, Best Gout Machine, San Sebastian College Recoletos, College of St. Benilde, De La Salle University, International Academy of Film and Television.
Emil Nate, small forward, the Ateneo de Naga University.
When you're listening.
You're listening.
And you're listening.
And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast. And you're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
To the Wrestling Podcast.
Wrestling Podcast.
Hola, Wrestling Podcast.
The Wrestling Podcast.
You're listening to the Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah!
You are watching and listening to the longest running weekly episodic Filipino wrestling podcast. This is the Wrestling Podcast. Stan C, Romoran, and Emil Nate checking in on the last live stream before Valentine's. It's going to be a very busy weekend for a lot of reasons. Para sa mga may kabit, para sa mga walang kabit, at para sa mga pupunta sa DexCon. Yay!
Yay!
Right, so we hope that all of your plans are ready for this weekend, whether or not you're actually spending Valentine's, with somebody. You can be celebrating it with people you love. You can be celebrating it with yourself. I just hope that you don't end up in a position where you find yourself saying, Puta! So.
Naandagan sa soundboard eh.
Yeah. Mabilis tayo.
Yeah.
Ito pa, meron din ganito.
Puta.
Pwede pa silang magsagutan.
Puta.
Wait, did you translate that?
What did you say? What did you say for this segment?
Sabi namin, alam na natin yung ibig sabihin yan, kaya di na namin uulitin.
It's funny. It's actually pretty funny that the Americans behind the production don't think it's censor worthy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Just because
my favorite
Spanish,
part from Raw this week.
Just because it's in Spanish, kala nila, okay, it's not.
Okay.
My God, as though there aren't millions of Spanish speakers in the U.S. If I were a Spanish mom or dad, I wouldn't want my Spanish speaking kid to hear them say that.
Okay.
And yet here we are. So yeah, we have a lot to talk about this week other than the Liv and Stephanie Sagutan. But if you want to support the podcast, one of the ways you can do so is by sponsoring an episode or a segment. Like, if you want Emil Nate to go on his famous Play a Nathan, baka mamaya meron pa siya matawag na, yun, pwede sponsor yung segment.
Di pa tayo nagkakaroon ng Play a Nathan for 2026, guys. We're dying over here.
Oo nga. He's been saying sorry kasi nga wala tayong ma-Play a Nathan.
Oh.
I mean, everything's good in wrestling. That's why.
Is it though? Is it really?
Yeah. I'm enjoying wrestling this year more than 2025.
Okay.
At least at the moment. Yeah.
It's only in the middle of February, but okay.
So go help us out. Sponsor the podcast. Hit us up at hello.wrestlingwrestlingpodcast@gmail.com. We're very flexible and negotiable naman with our rates. So just send us a message and let's see what we can come up with. Emil Nate, let them know how they can be part of the Patreon program.
You can be part of the Patreon Organic program by subscribing to a monthly subscription. $5 a month. It's patreon.com/wrestlingwrestlingpodcast and gacnow.com/wrestling2xpod. You all know the perks already. You got the Discord community. You got first tips, everything. You got access to interviews. You can join us in interviews that we do. We just did one last month with D. Brian Kendrick. So so if you're part of that program, you'll get all the good stuff. And it's a good way to support the podcast going strong in its 12th year. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Again, it's at patreon.com/wrestling podcast and gagdown.com/wrestling to expod.
Father Bruce is asking, magkano daw magpa-inspirational speech a la Coach Carter kay Emil Nate on the podcast? Email us and you will know.
To the baseline.
Speaking of old episodes na nabanggit ni Emil Nate kanina, we also have an interview with the one and only from 5 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, God,
back when he and Elton Prince were in NXT UK. So go check that out. Zero posted a reel from when I accidentally called them narcissistic. So you might want to see how they reacted to that. Go check out that old episode. It is on YouTube and it's also on Spotify. Like before you guys loved Kit Wilson, we already had him on the podcast.
Yeah. And before we get to Fast Break on Sunday, I'll finally be posting kasi nakalimutan ko, another interview from a few years back, actually, at this point, mga 3 years ago now, at this point, of one partner of the Brian Kendrick. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah. So go make sure that you subscribe to yung YouTube feed and the Spotify feed for everything that that we've got. And syempre, follow us at Wrestling Podcast or at Wrestling2XPod. Emil Nate, last plug. Let them know about our favorite Convergent Netflix bundle.
Yes, so people are wondering, or I don't think they're wondering at this point, because nasa, it's up there on Netflix. So you could watch your weekly WWE programming, TNA programming as well. You can experience all that and more at its best with the Converge Netflix bundle. It's 3 tiers: $17.98, $9.98, and $22.98. You get the free Netflix account. You get free Blast TV. Where I just watched the Super Bowl this week. Yeah, congrats. Yeah, congrats Seahawks. And you can also get the experience box, which from my internet research, may bago ng version ng experience box. So it is a good time to upgrade or subscribe. And you get also the high speed internet and the new Wi-Fi modem. So if you want, you can subscribe or upgrade through the Converge email customer service, or if there's a local Converge office in your area, you can go there as well. So yeah.
All right. Saying hi to Neil over in the comments.
Hey.
Yes, the Paul London interview was 3 years ago. It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's also how long we've known Carlo Cannon. So
yeah.
It's been a nice ride.
Mm-hmm. Also saying hi to one of our patrons, si TL Mac. Yan, maraming pinagdadaanan niya. Nagbibigay daw ng love advice sa Discord sa mga kapwa patrons niya.
Sali kayo sa Discord.
Maririnig mo yung mga kwento niya kung kailan sila nagkakatukan. Hi to JK as well. One of our OG listeners at this point.
Man.
It's si JK, literal na tumanda with the podcast.
Yeah. He's a tiny
Appreciate
boy.
you always tuning in. All right, let's get to some wrestling talk, and we're gonna start over in Japan, where at the New Beginning show in Osaka, Hiromu Takahashi and David Finlay officially said goodbye to NJPW. So, yung buong Unbound Company na faction lumabas to pay respects to Hiromu as he said goodbye. And then si David Finlay shared a hug with, I believe it was Gedo, diba? Yung yakap niya dun sa New Beginning. So, we don't know where they're gonna go, but with certain pieces of the puzzle being formed, people are wondering if David Finlay will be joining his brother in Orlando.
Yeah, it's a really huge blow to NJPW. A lot of old guards are leaving or have retired. They are almost exclusively rebuilding with a bunch of the new generation. So, siguro konti na lang natira, like Shingo, like I think Shingo and Goto are like the only world champs left or something like that. Shibata's gone, Tanahashi's retired, Osprey's gone, Omega's gone. Diba? Everyone who had been a big part of the company in the previous decade rather, is now no longer with him. And as we're in the middle of the 2020s, they really have to rebuild with pieces that they didn't quite focus on over the past few years. So, that's why Suji was asking people to, put their faith in him and, his generation of NJPW wrestlers. So they're because they really do need all the help they can get. The star power is considerably low here, and although you'll be seeing some of your favorites from New Japan and other companies, it's not going to be quite the same. They're also not the youngest anymore. Like Hiromu's like in his late 30s and all that.
He's 36, yeah.
Yeah, or his mid 30s, so he's just a year older than I am. So some of them Naito can barely can barely move well because of his injuries and all that. Yeah, it's gonna be a rough time. It's gonna be a rough rebuilding phase for the company. Their generational run, which was literally an entire generation, is almost over. So the business comes in cycles, and they are on the bottom of that cycle.
Yeah, I agree with everything Rose said. It's tough. It's tough watching New Japan at the moment. I mean, I will always try to get into it by Wrestle Kingdom, but this past Wrestle Kingdom just just didn't hit the same as it did in a few years past. And
Kaya naman sa'yo,
I mean, yun nga, the New Japan that I grew up with, like, wala na eh. Halos, wala na nandun, di ba? Lahat, nagserisa na or, they went on to work for other companies or they have retired. So, medyo, them not building up stars like 5 years ago, where I thought they should have been able to build new stars. That fact is quite biting them in the ass as at the moment kasi now they are parang nagmamadali sila, di ba? Nagmamadali sila to build up these new guys, and some fans are really not receptive to some of them. Like we've all seen the reactions to, di ba, si Shota. They tried with him, di ba, a few years ago, but that experiment is still 50-50 as of the moment. So it's really going to be a rough couple of years here until siguro some of the new guys get established and they find their footing as main event talent there in New Japan.
Mm-hmm. Sabi ni Ina, wag sana mauwi sa roster exodus ang NJPW. It's actually kind of going through a roster exodus right now. That's just the reality of it, diba? Ever since, I would say na it's been going on basically since the Elite left New Japan in 2019. Dun talaga nagsimula for me. Parang naging domino siya.
No, I wouldn't say that because the Elite leaving was just the Elite leaving. Like, it didn't really spark the old guard, the old Japanese guard to leave. Diba? Like, it really started, I think, when Ospreay left a couple of years ago. That's when it started.
Or Okada. When Okada left.
Yeah, Okada. Yes. Okada and Ospreay at almost in the same year, diba? So the Elite was just really going to be their own thing kasi they left a succession plan din naman for the Bullet Club.
Yeah,
so
that didn't take
off. I think Suji is like the right guy to build around. It's just that you also do need your pieces around him to step up as well, and the fans will also have to buy into the cast right now. And I don't know what else they need to do or how else they need to know. Like, are we gonna get like should we get like main events of ZSJ and Sushi and all that? Like, that's gonna be fun for me, but I don't know how everyone else will feel about it.
Mm-hmm. On that note, si Yota Tsuji, who is the current IWGP Heavyweight Champion, he ranted against New Japan management treating wrestlers like trading cards. Those were his words. Specifically, the way that they give in to AEW's booking requests without getting much in return. So this conversation happened in Tanahashi's equivalent of Cody Rhodes' What Do You Want to Talk About? I think that's the closest comparison kasi naka-Amerikana din si Tanahashi. It's called President Talk. So it's like a talk show between Hiroshi Tanahashi, the legend / New Japan president, and whoever his guest is. And it just so happened to be Yota Tsuji where he made those comments.
Yeah, may katwiran naman si Tsuji. Like, they are at this point being treated as the second fiddle to AEW. And I think it's hard for them not to feel that way because they are on the downswing while AEW is on the upswing. And a large part of the reason why AEW is on the upswing is because it has a bunch of or a few cornerstone talents, keystone talents from NJPW. And at that point, parang, okay, AEW is a bigger company, so NJPW has to do what it can to get eyes to them by bringing over, ironically, the talent they had lost to NJPW back to back. They lost to AEW back to NJPW, like what we saw no ano, diba? Nung Wrestle Kingdom, right? And you saw Okada come back. You saw Takeshita be the champion, be the top champion of NJPW, despite also being shared by DDT and AEW.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it is understandable. The frustration is understandable on Suji's end because it really is. They really are being treated as the B team. So because for whatever reason, NJPW lost the A team. So I think what he's trying to ask for is clear naman. Like he just wants the management to look at the people that are working New Japan at home now to be, the valuable pieces that they are.
Mm-hmm. Magandang question to from Carlos sa Facebook comments. Where do you watch New Japan?
NJPW World.
Yeah, NJPW World. It's what, like how much? 500 a month? 600?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Emil, go ahead.
As I was saying that, no. Clearly the relationship between NJPW and AEW at the moment isn't 50-50. It's more like 70-30 or 80-20 at this point. Kasi, yun nga, when this relationship started, I was really excited for the prospect of seeing AEW guys in New Japan on a regular basis, diba? Like, maybe seeing someone like Darby Allin compete in the best of the Super Juniors, or seeing some of these guys, seeing Moxley, like what happened years ago when Moxley as an AEW contracted wrestler wrestled in the G1. So I was expecting more of that, and honestly, ilang years na ba? Like since the partnership started, 4 years into it, and we're not really seeing much of it. We're just seeing guys, main event caliber talents from New Japan, like sign with AEW and never really returning, to NJPW that much.
Mm-hmm. May interesting dun sa sinabi ni Suji this past week where he also broke down yung business models ng New Japan in comparison to WWE. So it's actually worth a read if you're able to find new translations. He actually pointed out how WWE's business model is more geared towards streaming, whereas yung New Japan is still very much based in yung gate sales, ticket sales. So, di ba, it's a stark contrast na not saying na sa WWE hindi na masyado pinahahalagahan yung ticket sales kasi syempre nagtataasan din yung ticket prices pero the money talaga for WWE, if you've observed, is really in the streaming, di ba? In the acquisition rights for where the product can be viewed. So for him to have pointed that out and to say na it's gonna take a while for New Japan then to be able to get to that level and to be able to shift, hindi siya yung overnight na mangyayari. So I actually appreciate that he seems to have a good business sense about him.
Yeah, I think the man's really smart. I think he's a good cornerstone guy for this next generation. He might even be the next Tanahashi because he has a business mind about him, diba? I don't know. Yeah, I think the streaming business isn't as big talaga for Japan because I think the reason why WWE was a hot streaming commodity was because it's a global brand and it's mostly Western, So I think that's why it's valuable to them, to any streaming platform. And I don't think it's going to be the same way then for a Japanese company. They do have Abema or anything, but the streaming then is kind of stuck in the last decade, like the way WWE Network was. I think even other companies under the umbrella is also kind of stuck there. So if sana Netflix could pick them up or something like that, right? But I think it's a tall order as well.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's step back inside the ring and talk about Monday Night Raw. We got AJ Lee back this past week, and she returned to confront Becky Lynch, and that set up yung Intercontinental Championship match nilang dalawa at Elimination Chamber in Chicago. So, Becky basically picked up where they left off coming out of WrestlePalooza and War Games.
Yeah, It's about time, I guess.
Yeah.
No complaints here.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since Becky won the IC championship back, this was the next matchup na inaabangan ng tao, and I think this stretches all the way to WrestleMania, in my opinion.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
After
yeah.
after
Ikaw
Elimination
nag-pitch niyan,
Chamber.
no?
No, because nabigla ako na it was for the chamber. Honestly, when they booked it. But okay, maybe they're gonna do some screwy finish that leads to title match at Mania.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of Elimination Chamber, another huge championship match was made official, literally, by Adam Pearce because Finn Balor hijacked what was supposed to be a Michael Cole CM Punk interview. And he said na hindi pa siya tapos. He still wants his World Heavyweight Championship rematch. And right on cue, babyface producer Jasper is upset.
Jasper is scoffing at this.
Because he knows that Finn Balor is gonna lose. Nakasit na yung main event ng WrestleMania. It's CM Punk versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, it's actually a good point. Like, it is tough out here for a Finn Balor fan. It is kind of a corner they've backed themselves into. Like, how else will this go? You just literally set the WrestleMania main event last week with the final promo.
Sasabihin nyo this week, Finn Balor is challenging.
Like, I don't see them, like, yeah, I know let it play out, but I don't see how you're. The other implication really is that you let Finn win, and what happens to the main event of WrestleMania? It becomes WrestleMania 20 all over again.
Nakasit na yung story na Roman is choosing Punk because he hates him. So if pinasukan mo ng Finn dynamic, that
it would be super hilarious though. If Finn won, tapos Roman Reigns doesn't care about the championship. He just wants to beat Punk's ass.
So what now, diba?
So yeah, he won the Royal Rumble and he doesn't care if he gets a title shot. He just wants to beat Punk's ass. That would be super interesting to me. I know.
And super petty.
It would be like the ultimate blood feud. Like, you won the Royal Rumble and you say fuck the title shot.
You want it just so you can show everyone that you can.
Diba? Although in that promo, I did love that Finn finally referenced what happened in Extreme Rules 2021. Diba? When he was talking shit to Roman, and he said he hasn't forgotten about that bullshit top rope thing that happened then. So like, finally, after like 5 years, you addressed it.
Although if he addressed that, diba, like, I can kind of see them putting together a triple threat. Like, hell yeah, why not? Ungkatan pa ito ng paste, diba? So game na. I mean, at this point, they all got history with each other now.
So kung triple threat to, sino nasa Triple H spot, sino nasa HBK spot?
Obviously, Roman is a Triple H.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finn is the Benoit here because he's like yung nag-insert sa story.
He got inserted into the big blood feud.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see it happening. I don't see it just happening at all.
I want to see it. I want to see it happen.
I want to see it happen too.
I want to see it happen so that I can see Jasper spontaneously combust.
And then Finn wins the championship at the end. Namatay si Brad Arnold eh. Do it for Brad Arnold.
Sabi ni Huge, essentially si God yung tumalo kay Finn nung Extreme Rules 2021. Act of God, di ba? Binanggit ni Finn. Sabi niya, Act of God daw yun. Oh, yeah. All right, let's talk about Natty now, who entered the ring in her Low-Key Legend jacket. In fact, the camera was zoomed in right there, which basically completed yung transition niya, diba? Bloodsport Natty has essentially been incorporated into WWE canon. And yung one-on-one nila ni Maxine Dupree went to a no contest until both Becky Lynch and AJ Lee got involved.
Yeah, hey, I'm glad that you know what, people are actually not buying the Low-Key Legend. Did you know that?
What?
Did you know that people don't think?
Why? Why not?
Maybe
No,
because they don't know the history of the Loki.
No. It's because of the booking in the larger part of Natalia's career, where she was really made to job out a lot, diba? So, people don't actually buy it. People don't think that she's a legit legend. They say they don't see how the sauce is made. They don't know ball like that. So it's actually pretty sad that you actually have a whole contingent of fans who think they know, diba? Who think they know stuff on the internet, but won't give Natty her props because she wasn't booked properly over her 15 plus year career.
More like 18.
Yeah.
At this point. Oh. Yeah, Natty's coming close to I don't know, her 20th anniversary in WWE. So yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Sabi ni Derv, one of our patrons, what if this program gets squeezed in sa IC title picture?
So 4-way.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Oh, see, Maxine was the most recent Intercontinental Champion, diba? Before Becky Lynch won it back.
Yeah.
So are we at the point again we're trying to book triple threat 4-ways for WrestleMania para
Yeah, but deep
madaming
roster, Emil Nate.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do here?
Yeah, yeah, like we did that last year as well. So yun lang.
Eh, wala. You have a deep roster and you have only so many spots on a WrestleMania card. Diba?
Although
if we're gonna follow yung 14-match format, then there will be a lot of 3-ways and 4-ways.
Yep.
I do think though that they do need to run Bloodsport-esque matches for Natty to actually show why she was given that, or why she did that transformation. It was really because of the booking elsewhere outside WWE.
Yeah. So ano yun? Pagbabalik ng Raw Underground?
Natty
I don't know, or
versus
at least-
Maxine.
At least show the Bloodsport stuff on TV.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are missing that context because they don't go out of their way to see that, to watch that stuff. Kaya ang hirap. I understand why. I don't agree with it. I understand why people don't buy the 99 hard gimmick because they haven't seen the stuff outside WWE.
Here's a question for you guys. Will a vignette suffice? Let's say they come out with a 1.5 minute vignette showing where the Loki legend has appeared previously and what type of stuff
show the
he's done.
match. Show the actual match.
Because they already did the vignette. Remember when Maxine won the IC title? They kind of introduced already the Loki legend gimmick on TV. So they already did that. Pero wala pa rin. For some people, di pa rin.
No, kasi nga, they don't know why all of
yeah.
a sudden may ganito.
Yeah. All right. How about this one? El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano happened on Raw this week, and the original El Grande Americano was Javon Evans' mystery partner, and somehow they've linked up. They've become acquaintances at the least, friends at best, and the original is a babyface in the U.S.
Yeah, this is confusing me.
It's not confusing.
Because I
Americans
watched
are just
AAA.
stupid. No, Americans are just stupid.
Because I watched AAA the day before, and the original El Grande Americano was despicable. He stole a spot, he handcuffed El Grande Americano Dos, which was a heel move on my part, and he was doing heel tactics in the Fatal 4-Way. He did the metal thing, but here, okay, he's a goody guy. Tagging with Javon. He didn't even cheat. So, medyo may inconsistency doon. Because I'm watching also another show that also features the same guy. So,
Emil,
for people who's watching Raw only, then...
You're watching AAA. The Americans are not. The Americans are stupid. Remember that. Always.
All right. I'm just pointing out as a viewer of the character.
Yeah, the thing is, I guess, no. You have a point, man. You have a point. Like, they put that stuff on YouTube, assuming or like wanting you to watch both of it, and then when they book the shows, they act like you're not watching both shows. I get where the disconnect, the dissonance is coming from. That guy, it really is a failure on their part, on that end. But it is also really a function of the Americans being stupid. That. They love Chad Gable, and who doesn't love Chad Gable? But
Eto, tanong ni Doc G, what about his association with American Made, referring to the original
Yeah,
El Grande Americano?
Yeah, they haven't
they
touched on
actually
that.
dropped they actually dropped that thread because when EGA 2 was a thing, they did actually make a whole bit about the rest of American Made.
Not knowing.
No, they knew. Of course they knew. No, not agreeing with EGA 2.
Yeah.
The story was they don't know this guy, but they somehow knew EGA 1. Diba?
Nagrereklamo sila. If you remember yung backstage segment, it went on for like a week or two where they were visibly complaining about it.
Yeah, they dropped that thread because I guess they don't know what to do with it at this point.
Yeah.
Then again, you do have a tag team in the Creed brothers, and you also have Los Americanos, so that's an easy tag team match right there.
It's not, yun nga, ang daming easy threads that they are somehow not figuring out. Diba? That's why Emil is going crazy here. Yeah, but yeah, it's a good point. I'm like, if you either you don't want us to watch both Raw and Triple A, or you do, or either you don't want us to cheer for Chad Gable or you don't. It really is that easy, and for some reason, whatever reason, they're messing that up.
Sige, para di na mabaliw si Emil Nate, let's take an Emil Nate dance break, and when we come back, we'll talk NXT and predict Grand Slam Australia.
I'm the topic. They told
Time to talk about NXT and the most toxic friendship on screen, Zaruka. So Soruka is now the number one contender for JC Jane's NXT Women's Championship, and it came at the cost of yung friendship nila further deteriorating.
I can't root for anyone here. These two are so toxic to each other.
Yeah, you know what? The reason why I keep saying that these two are turning heel together is because at this point, how can you like either of them?
Yeah, para silang kupal eh.
They're actively making each other or both of them unlikable, and I'm guessing they're gonna rely on the fact that whoever turns on the other will be less sympathetic. But at this point, if you actually have some shred of media literacy, you would know that both of them are not likable at all at this point. So yeah, Soul is a mess. She's a dumb kid. The character is a dumb kid. Zarya is just reacting emotionally because syempre, the dumb kid is doing dumb kid things, So if anything, I still think Zarya's the face because she's being hurt by Soul's selfish behavior. But again, they're not like the best of people right now,
Yeah, that's why after this week, I don't know who said it here. Who said na they're both gonna turn heel? I now lean towards that. Para silang magiging kupal na. They're both gonna turn heel, probably on the babyface team of Ren Sinclair and Kendall Gray. So, let's see what happens here. But they are definitely stretching the hell out of this. If I'm gonna be completely honest, either turn one heel, turn both. But I'm loving them. I'm loving the tension. But nainis din ako na they're stretching this out.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know kung anong kalalabasan nito at this point kasi nga it's clear that they're not going to be on the same page anytime soon.
No, it's they're really just planting the seeds for Zarya to turn heel kasi that's the lowest hanging fruit kasi Soul is just acting dumb and immature, and they're gonna justify that or they're gonna justify that when Zarya has had enough and finally turns on her.
But will Soul be in this case a rootable babyface?
Yeah,
At this
pipilitin
point?
nila yun. Pipilitin nila yun. Kasi
Oh, God.
siya yung na ano eh. Siya yung na apektuhan ng turn eh. Diba? She was
Siya
the victim
magiging
of the
victim
turn.
ng turn. Plus, she's a pretty girl who's very athletic.
Oh, right.
Checks all the boxes. How about yung machete ni Shiloh Hill, which she used to great effect to get a North American Championship match. Takot na takot si Ethan Page. Sige. Give Shiloh Hill the match.
Hilarious.
Yeah, this character is hilarious. Yung ano siya, parang hindi halata na he's a smart guy, but he's a smart guy. Parang ganon. I love it. I love where this setting.
Are you sure, Emil, na ano siya, na parang premeditated or deliberate on Shiloh Hill, the character's part? Kasi it seems more like he's just falling into these things. Like he stumbled into it.
I think he's random as fuck. Yeah. I still think he is ADHD coded here. I think he's just doing things for the sake of it.
Interesting. Yeah.
I also found it worth pointing out na si Robert Stone actually wanted to get on Ethan Page's good side. He made it a point to say na, I know that you haven't had the best relationship with the previous regime, neither with Nick Aldis or Adam Pearce, so I want to get on a good footing with you. So parang like Robert Stone isn't overtly heel as an authority figure in NXT, so for him to actually do that for Ethan Page, medyo kakaiba yun.
Oh, sip siya eh. So
yeah.
He's actually playing it right.
He's neutral.
Who he's not playing it right with is Keanu Carver. Let's skip ahead to Keanu Carver for a bit. Kasi he's also angry because he didn't get the first shot at Joe Hendry, and in response, basically beat up half the locker room.
Ito yung gimmick niya, magtatantrum siya lagi.
Maui siya eh.
Emil Nate, have you met a Keanu Carver? Or is there a Keanu Carver in your life?
Well, no. Wala naman. Kasi I don't know anyone who will destroy property if he doesn't get what he wants.
Ilang property, tao yung binugbog niya eh. 4 na mama yung tinumba niya eh.
So the question here is, who's gonna be the guy that will confront Keanu Carver?
Meron na, si Sean Legacy.
Interesting.
Yeah, he called him out in that Kelly Kincaid interview and said na he wants him one-on-one next week.
All right. Yeah. So let's see. Let's see where this heads.
Speaking of Kelly Kincaid, that was her last NXT.
Oh, yeah.
Yung yesterday. She announced on social media na her contract ends Valentine's Day.
Both Pretty Deadly wives are now gone from the company.
Wait, is Kelly Kincaid married to Elton Prince?
Yes, she is. I just found that out earlier when I was doing research.
So sino yung asawa ni Stevie Turner?
Kit Wilson.
Kit Wilson. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last bit on NXT here. Lexis King is now in league with Uriah Connors, diba? And then he mentioned to Uriah, Ariana, and Stax na they have a final piece of the puzzle. So, sino to?
Sino pa? Hindi yung kakaalis.
Sino pa? Yeah.
I mean, it could be Charlie Dempsey.
Yeah, that's true. It is actually pretty ambiguous.
I feel like Dempsey is a red herring.
Bakit?
It's gonna, pretty surprised. Why not? Why not go for the surprise debut?
I would actually want David Finlay instead.
Yeah.
Like Dempsey isn't that big of a. None of these 4 actually are big stars, are big names. Kaya if I'm gonna get someone who is gonna be a bona fide leader of the group, the wayward group of nepo babies who still haven't really found their birthright, diba? I'm gonna get the former NJPW champion, and the former Bullet Club leader.
Right. Para at least there's an anchor to hold it down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was thinking about Charlie Dempsey kasi nga diba ano to, it could go one of two ways since mga nepo baby yung pinag-uusapan, and Charlie Dempsey has already been part of 2 factions in NXT. So there's the NQCC and then there's Di Familia, which I completely forgot until I went through yung history niya, diba? If you remember NXT UK, he was in that faction with Rohan Raja and
God,
Tioman.
Tioman, yeah.
Oh man, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Only real ones know.
Oh, gago.
Wow, I don't know.
Pandemic viewing yun eh.
Oh, pandemic
my
viewing yun.
God,
I wrote that shit every week.
That one.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't think the faction life is for Dempsey. I think he needs to be rebuilt from the ground up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tanong ni Doc G, if David Finlay does move to NXT, what will his name be?
Connors. Something Connors.
That would be interesting, diba? Kasi nga si Uriah himself said na he'd been trying to not acknowledge his father, pero now he's willing to. So what if Uriah is the one who adopts the Finlay name and then David Finlay gets to be himself?
That would be
Right,
cool.
but the naming conventions are so inconsistent that I can't predict this anymore.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, usually they change the names, of recently.
Sometimes they
change
do,
the
sometimes
names.
they don't. Diba? So what is it?
For every
Tapos,
Ethan Page, there's a Ricky Starks.
Diba, are you gonna change your name and then what is that? You're gonna change your name, then you're gonna acknowledge your father was a famous wrestler, diba?
Mm-hmm.
Or baka ipapakilala siya as David Finlay tapos after ng episode may bagong pangalan. Kind of like
so
what
the
they did
Royski's treatment or the Blake Monroe treatment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ganun.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited for this. I love this collection of Nepo babies. Just the idea of diba, this new version of Legacy here on NXT. So tingnan natin kung paano nila i-build up to. Right, over on AEW, there's a new AEW Women's World Champion, Tekla, the Toxic Spider. She defeated Chris Statlander in the main event in a strap match.
I'm surprised by this. I'm gonna be completely honest. I mean, I was looking at Stat having a long reign as the champion. Diba she just won it at when did she win it?
World's End?
I think Full Gear. So the reign hasn't been that long.
Mm.
Although I did like the wrinkle that they told in sa commentary when the match was happening na the Babes of Wrath are already in Australia. Kaya walang rest back si Stat. I like that story. I like that story beat. Kasi at least, they still were able to put Stat strong despite losing. Now, okay, she got beat by the numbers game because her mates are already in Australia preparing for a show. So I did
They were
like
not
that.
beat by the numbers game.
They were. Tatlo sila eh. Tatlo yung triangle of madness.
No, but she lost cleanly.
Yeah, but they interfered.
They did interfere.
Yeah, they interfered in the match.
Yeah, towards the end.
All right.
Yeah, and then after that, there was a beatdown. Saka lumabas yung Brawling Birds.
Brawling Birds. Which, was kind of funny kasi lumabas sila tapos na yung match.
Right. Thanks, ha?
It was really funny.
Na kaya naman, lumabas pa kayo. Patapos na yung show, uwi na ata kayo.
Like, if they knew the Triangle of Madness were going to wreak havoc, and at least, help. Maybe they don't want to help Stat, but it really looked funny in hindsight.
Gusto kong ma-call out yun sa wrestling. Like, whatever company, na kunwari towards the end na, and then biglang may lumabas, diba? Parang, like, after everything had already gone down, and then yung pinaka-agrabyado would be like, thanks talagang ngayon ko lang lumabas. Bakit? Palis ka na ba ng building?
Yeah, I can easily explain that. I can explain, like Fletcher did earlier that night. Like, he does, like, maybe Statlander didn't want any help. Like, even if the help would be to neutralize the numbers of the opponent, diba? Like, there is always that dumb pride factor. Like, there's always an easy crutch to lean back on.
Speaking of Kyle Fletcher, he is a 2-time TNT champion now after defeating Tommaso Ciampa, whose reign as champion lasted all of 11 days. And then after that, out came Mark Briscoe, and a challenge was made for Game 7 in Kyle Fletcher's hometown of Sydney in a ladder match for the TNT title.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like this.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't like this. Because you had something exciting with Ciampa being champion, diba? And then you go back to Fletcher and Briscoe, who, while not bad, have already kind of milked a lot of their matches. So,
Yeah.
ito yung downside talaga of doing long-term storytelling. Like, I'm sure they already factored Champa into the plans
Yeah.
when they knew that Champa was coming over, diba? Like, I'm sure this was all planned in advance, and they figured out a way to, to cater to Champa and then continue the story they wanted to tell while taking a detour. But sometimes you do need to pivot, diba? It's just sad that they didn't pivot in time to not realize that people were feeling Champa as champion.
Champa losing this early, I had flashbacks to like DIY and remember ranting about their title
Oh,
reign
how could we
ending.
forget? It was one of the first play in Nathan's.
Yeah, so I had flashbacks to that. Yeah, I love Champa, but his 11-day title reign is more memorable than some of these title reigns over the last few years. Because he had multiple bangers in 1.5 weeks, of being a champion. So, I don't mind Kyle Fletcher being the champion again, but at the same time, this is the thing that I was wondering with Kyle Fletcher is when is he gonna move up? Because it feels like he's stuck at this point where he's ready to be a main event player, but the main event scene is so full at this point that he can't get in yet. So, but you know, so I this is a I don't like this, but I don't mind it as well. Him and Briscoe are gonna tear the house down for sure, but you know, the ano ba talaga yung ceiling ni Fletcher dito? And when are they gonna finally, move him up? Is the question here.
I would have much rather, if they were gonna do the whole hometown thing, I would have much rather just do the Fletcher Champa match. Like, I guess you wanted to see the hometown kid win and win big. Pero wala, diba? Like, I don't know. I think it's up to them now to figure it out. How to salvage the reputation of this whole scenario now. I'll say, a lot of people were pissed off about with the long-term plan they had in place, diba? Kasi the Champa thing worked out well in favor of everyone. Diba? So it really is a sad accident. I said the intentions were good. There were really good intentions behind this, but it's tough to juggle a lot of stakeholders here. Not about stakeholders. I don't think fans are stakeholders, but a lot of competing interests.
You can't make everyone happy. All right, on to the tag team division naman. There was a triple threat number one contenders tag team match, and Private Party emerged as the wild card. So they faced the Rascals and the Young Bucks. And it was the Young Bucks who went on to win that match. And then nagka-promo segment sila ng FTR. So nag-renew rin sila ng hostilities.
Yeah, it was gonna be good, but I also don't see the need for the Young Bucks to be in this spot again. Like, I don't hate the Young Bucks as much as a lot of people do. Like, they are not as offensive to me as as a bunch of wrestling fans. Pero I feel like this was a failure to read the room, where nobody was asking for the Young Bucks to be number one contenders again. Even though I know it's gonna be great, it's always gonna be great. Like, that's always a given. But nobody was asking for this. I think we are in a spot where people wanted to see someone else go up against FTR. I don't even know if people want to see FTR as champs at this point,
Yeah, it's a tough spot, especially considering there's so many new tag teams at this point. Like, Private Party just returned. We got the Rascals. I thought the Rascals was gonna win this match, but they didn't. So yeah,
Feeling ko pivot lang din to kasi diba na-injure si Jake Doyle. I really felt na
Mm.
Davis and Doyle were on their way to taking the championships.
I don't think they were. I think they were just going to be featured.
They're gonna have a feud.
Yeah, I think you're right that they were supposed to be in that spot kasi of Mark Davis, right? Because he's also Australian. Kung ganun din lang, sana they just gave Davis another tag team partner. Like, they had the entire family.
Well, the tag team match isn't happening in Australia.
Okay.
Young Bucks FTR is not happening at Grand Slam.
Right. Okay.
Might as well reunite Aussie Open for the Australian show.
Whoa, why would you do that?
Yeah, just
as if Fletcher's already doing this whole singles thing.
Kaya walang gusto magpabook sa'yo, Emil Nate.
Oh my.
Tapos sasabihin mo, paano, kailan sila mag-move up?
I like Aussie Open. That's why.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go predict Grand Slam Australia, and let's start off by asking the question: who will have their head shaved bald? Is it Orange Cassidy, Tony Storm, Wheeler Yuta, or Marina Shafir? So basically, whoever is on the receiving end of the winning fall will have their head shaved bald.
I feel like it's Yuta. A safe bet here. Si Wheeler Yuta. Siya
I
yung
think
mahaba yung buhok eh.
Yeah, and that's why I think that's a red herring. Because you see
Ooh.
Utah, and then you see that's a guy who needs to get a haircut. But I feel like this is Tony Storm's to lose. Because I feel like she has kind of run into a wall then after the generational run. And I feel like shaving her head bald is the exact kind of crazy shit that she would want to do something different with her career.
So you're gonna have her lose in her hometown?
Yeah. Bakit?
It's not her hometown. She's from the Gold Coast. Malayo yun sa Sydney.
It's home country. But okay. Alright.
What about Mina Shirakawa getting her haircut kanina?
Yeah.
That was also a pretty big moment.
That was one lock.
Feel ko extensions lang yun eh.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
So
yeah,
that's
that
the
could
point,
be.
yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Also, grabbing likod ni Marina Shafir. Like, every shot of her back, oh my gosh, that woman is jacked.
Yeah.
Di ka makakawala.
Oh.
Yeah. Whether you want that mother's milk or not, you're gonna get it.
Hell yeah.
I just want to reiterate na the irony isn't lost on me that Tony Storm has done so much sports entertaining ever since she left WWE. Like, everything she's done since she became the timeless one is basically WWE coded.
People are actually complaining about that because they're like, I thought you didn't like sports entertainment. Like, no, that's not the idea of AEW. Syempre, sports entertainment still exists in AEW. It's just not the main focus.
Yeah, tsaka wrestling is, at the end of the day, a variety show no matter which company you're in.
Yeah.
And diba, when they say variety show, you're really gonna get something of everything. Diba? WWE is not one to like shy away from like say a PWG level type of match. May ganun din naman, diba?
Yeah.
Lalo na nung lalo na pag kunwari US Championship Open Challenge. So
yeah.
All right, next up, you've got Hangman Adam Page versus Andrade El Idolo in a #1 contenders match for the AEW World Championship at Revolution.
Yeah, they're all in on Andrade here. Like NJPW's all in on Andrade. AEW's all in on Andrade. I think they have something hot here, especially after. I think the guy has had a lot of sympathy points after the whole no compete scenario, that no compete situation. So, assuming nothing goes wrong with Andrade, it's going to be a big Triple H fumble thing here.
I actually kind of want to see Andrade win this match and actually go to Revolution and challenge for the title. So I'm gonna go with Andrade. They finally found something with Andrade. This gimmick that he has. They were ano siya, parang
the Latin lover.
Babaero, ganun. You know, I love that.
Mm-hmm. So if Andrade wins, does it assume na wait, how would that work if MJF were to retain?
Sorry, what?
Sino
you must face if it were Andrade versus MJF?
Andrade's
Andrade's
getting over.
really hot right now.
Yeah.
Kahit na DCF siya.
Yeah.
Takeshita's still DCF.
Yeah, exactly.
Sa bagay. Next up, you've got Jon Moxley versus Konosuke Takeshita for the Continental Championship.
Yeah, I think Mox is retaining here. I think they're not going to take that championship off anytime soon. The story they're telling is still both Takeshita and Fletcher being unhappy with the family, with Don Callis himself.
Yep, I agree.
Si Okada.
Yep, agree. Mox retains here.
Next up, you've got the Babes of Wrath defending their AEW Women's Tag Team Championship against Megabad.
You know what? Let's go with Megabad here.
Oh, hold on. I
want to see Megan Bayne as champion.
Oh, they kind of
calling for this since the tournament.
Yeah,
they said they messed with Megan Bayne's momentum when she ran into Tony Storm and lost. Diba? So I think you do need to recoup a lot of that with starting with this. They were waiting for Penelope for her to come back from injury. So now I think it's a good time to pull the trigger.
Hell yeah. Anything Megan Bain, I'm always watching.
I wonder
Gooner.
why, Emil.
You gooner.
Yeah, she's one of my faves right now.
Okay.
Sabi mo eh. Eto, who's gonna win Game 7 between Kyle Fletcher and Mark Briscoe?
Well, you already put the championship on Fletcher, so
Yeah.
It is his hometown, so might as well go for it.
Tapos si Ciampa lalabas, kukunin yung championship. Aha! Para manggulo.
Although it would be interesting if if Fletcher losing, they continue the storyline of him, like him being unhappy. Like for example, Don Callis got the family gets involved, loses the match, and you progress with that story. But
Emil, this is exactly why no one wants to be booked by you. Lahat ng Australiano, pinatalo mo na. Si Tony Storm, kinalbo mo. Pinatalo mo yung Babes of Wrath. Tapos talo din si Kyle Fletcher.
I said Yuta was gonna lose in the first match. So, but yeah, I can see Fletcher retaining. But again, it would be more interesting if they continue with with the discontent storyline. But okay.
All right. Eto, the presumptive main event, AEW World Championship, Brody King versus MJF.
Okay, this is interesting because they actually went viral on the internet, diba? A couple of weeks back because of the chance, and a lot of people got to know who Brody King is. So you know what? Give Brody King here a title win, a solid title win. I'm not gonna mind that.
Actually, there we go. Al has shared a bit from the Observer, saying that there are issues with Brody King and from the management high above Tony Khan, the Warner Brothers management. So, it's not that they disagree with the whole ICE sentiment, but their hands are kind of tied and they don't want to take that stance. So it's gonna be tough, and I do hate to admit that while Brody has tapped into the moment, he has also kind of undermined in whatever chances that he's gotten. So it's not him. It's really they want to avoid the fans chanting, "fuck ICE," diba? So it's gonna be tough, and I do think that even without this though, I was gonna predict that MJF was gonna retain. Because while we love Brody King, I think this was more of a litmus test as to whether or not he would hang in the main event scene on AEW as one of its newer stars.
All right.
Sorry to disappoint you, Emil Nate.
Yeah.
Parang sinabi ni Michael Jordan dati, Republicans buy sneakers too.
God.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yun yung sagot niya nung tinanong siya, ba't di ka political? Yun daw. Republicans buy sneakers too.
It is what it is. Yeah. I would have loved it, but it is what it is.
Wala eh.
Yeah.
All right, that's going to do it for our predictions for this weekend. Just reminding everyone that in about a month's time, pag nagsimula na ulit yung lecheng daylight savings time na yan, we'll be moving up our start time for the live stream as well. 7:30 p.m. going forward pag Mondays and Thursdays. Thanks, daylight savings time.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Work stuff.
I do think this is. I think starting at 8 is a bit late. Na rin. Like nalilate ako lately. With it, so I'm fine with it. I'm fine. I'm fine with starting. Yeah, I guess it's a sweet spot. I think the only reason why we have to start later than 7 is because Jasper has to get home then from Taguig.
Oh,
it's not his fault. Definitely not his fault. He has to make money as well. But we are just working with the consequence or with the circumstances rather that we are dealt with.
Right, right. Let's get to some plugs while we're on our way out of here. Emil, what do you have going on?
See you guys at next Con Fast Week. I'm gonna be there.
Ikaw ba yung attraction, Emil?
Hindi naman. Like,
are you gonna do the Kit Wilson there?
Because I haven't seen some of our friends in a while, so I'm looking forward to seeing y'all there.
Doon mo gagawin.
We know the people. we know people who can make it happen.
Emil, Nate, you have to do it. Otherwise, sabay-sabay ka naming sisigawan ng...
You are toxic!
All right. Sabi ni Babyface producer Jasper, do it for the content. Yeah.
Oo nga, dami mong nami-miss out for the content eh.
All right, Ro, let's get to some plugs as well.
I think there's still a handful of tickets left for Fast Break, guys. But yeah, I think Gen Ad is still a few tickets available.
Yep.
I think SVIP Platinum are still available. Not sure. Basta ako meron pa. Go check that out. Don't miss out. Brian Kendrick, Lady Lee. It's gonna be a lot of fun. For Magic the Gathering fans, please do follow and subscribe to my new podcast. It's called the Bulls Club PH Podcast. It's on YouTube and Spotify. Bolus Club PH, BOLAS. You know that if you play the game. We're dropping a new episode tomorrow, 12 p.m. On the dot. So go check that out if you have more space in your brain for another podcast. Go check that out.
For me naman, new episode of NBTC Court Report drops tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yung guest ko bukas is Anthony Brodette of Phenom Championship Clinic. He's basically one of the top agents in the basketball scene. Kung nakikita niyo yung mga bali-balita of the students who've been transferring schools and universities and colleges, Anthony Brodette is one of the main drivers behind yung mga tectonic shifts na yan sa college basketball scene. So I'll talk to him and Bondaha of the De La Salle Zobel Junior Archers. So we'll get into yung relationship ng mga players and agents even as early as the high school level. So if you want to learn something new about that conversation, go check out Court Report tomorrow at 7 p.m. on the NBTC Philippines Facebook page.
I wish my brothers had agents back in high school.
Yeah. Ngayon lang sila naglipa na eh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
High school players have agents now.
You know what, Emil?
Yeah.
I'm telling you from experience, I would much rather the kids have agents instead of relying on their parents.
Well, that's true. That's true. But it's just wild. Like usually professionals na yung mga agents, but not even high school. Like wow.
Emil, if you wanted, you could have an agent right now.
I mean,
hindi ko lang alam kung may tatanggap sa'yo, pero you could.
Ganito. Really quick sports talk, varsity talk. If you're gonna rely on the kids for your school's cred or reputation or athletic standing, they might as well get proper representation.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Yeah. And we all know naman na there's a lot of money involved na rin sa amateur sports.
Yeah.
Which is now a misnomer. Anyway, go follow the show at Wrestling Podcast or at Wrestling2XPod. Individually, it is at Roes War, at Chino Supersized, at EML_Meister, and at _Stan C. We got to say thanks to babyface producer Jasper and, for all of the help and for always putting us over. And we will catch you this Sunday at DexCon Fast Break and next week for our episodes. No Monday live stream. Busy kami sa Monday.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
May lakad kami. Yun lang muna. May lakad kami. Si Jasper kasama. Kayo yun.
That was Jasper.
Did
you take a leave?
Sabi niya.
Hey.
You were invited, Jasper. Not bad.
Oo nga, invited ka, gago. All right, we gotta get out of here before we make this too insidery. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the Wrestling Podcast. For Romaran and Emil Nate, I'm Stan C, reminding everyone to stay healthy, stay safe, and don't be
toxic.
Wrestling Podcast out.
Peace.